also see all the time I'm driving through the Paisano area of the freeway. It used to be the most dangerous stretch of freeway in America. Is with before the fence was there. It's a cruddy little fence they have there that they put up during the Obama administration. The people that are jumping over like acrobats that I'm watching jump over are military aged men. I see them darting through traffic, athletic as hell. What I'm saying is what I think is happening here is that these are cells that are going to be activated. There's no reason for these guys to be coming here. There, you see the families going the conventional route through the ports and things of that nature, but these guys are jumping over the fence and running through traffic. And I mean, they're athletic, and it looks like the one guy that I saw, I'll never forget, that stared at me when I was driving, he looked like a stone cold killer, man. And I'm sure Jaco could identify that in a heartbeat. It's like these guys mean business, and I think they're going to be activated here. I don't know when. I think they're already doing the activation is already happening.
My name is Bill DeBerg from Brooklyn College, and I know you wrote many articles, but I think the most telling one about you is the 2008 one called Conspiracy Theories, where you openly advocated government agents infiltrate activist groups of 9/11 Truth and also stifle dissent online. I was wondering, why do you think it's the government's job, or why do you think the government should go after family members who have questions about 9/11, responders who are lied to about the air, survivors whose testimony commits, and also government whistleblowers that were gagged because they released information that contradicts the official story? Why do you think the government should do that?
I think as Ricky said, I've written hundreds of articles, and I remember some and not others. That one I don't remember very well. I hope I didn't say that. But whatever was said in that article, my role in government is to oversee federal rulemaking in a way that is wholly disconnected from the vast majority of my academic writing, including that. So
I know that I was just asking because you may be the next Supreme Court Justice, or Obama will appoint you, and you did write those things, and that's why I want to bring them up to you.
So all I can say is there are a lot of things that I've written, I guess, and there are even more things I'm said to have written. And, I may agree with some of the things I've written, but I'm not exactly sure. I focus on what my boss wants me to do.
I just want to know, is it safe to say that you retract saying that conspiracy theories should be banned or taxed for having an opinion online? Is it safe to say that?
I don't remember the article very well,
Yeah.
so... I hope I didn't say either of those things.
But you did, and it's written. Do you retract them?
I'm focused on my job.
So you're not retracting that? Do you still believe that?
Do
you still believe that people shouldn't have freedom of speech?
Thanks very much. Yeah, I'm happy to talk.
Cognitive infiltrators and cognitive provocateurs. So I've only just touched the surface on this subject, but what we need to realize, there's agents manufacturing facts, lies, and weaponizing our feelings and using them against us. They're distorting the truth, manipulating the facts, which are manipulating us, and eventually they will use this against us. The government will create laws and taxes against free speech and conspiracy theories. I think this is why there is such a push within the last couple of years with conspiracy theories and so-called truther movement. I also think today's climate has allowed these conspiracies to flourish, such as 2020 election, the COVID narrative, just to name a few. But I think it's all a ploy to blur lines and to blur the truth, to make us into extremists. Then the government can create laws as well as taxes to combat it. They could easily combat it through a social credit system and a digital dollar. But I think the government realize it needs to be a massive issue first before they can implement a social credit system. If they can manipulate an environment where it can flourish, they can create a need for it. And if they can make the world hellish, they will create a need for it. But all in all, it's an attack on free speech and thought. This, my friend, is all a part of the Great Reset.
And this is why we have to call out the lies. Call it for what it is. You got people like Nino, Scott Mckay, and Michael Jaco pretending to be truthers, but really they're killing free speech.
the one guy that I saw, I'll never forget, that stared at me when I was driving, he looked like a stone cold killer, man.